forewarned weather with Ashlee Baracy.
And we just previewed that the Shib-Sibs are coming back.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, the
Alex and Maya
Shib-Sibs.
Shibatani.
Careful how you say that.
You said it right. You said it right. You got you.
Let's see where his mind is.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Not looking forward to winter, but the Winter Olympics, definitely. And we don't have to worry about no winter at all right now.
Quite the opposite, in fact.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we are going to be in the dog days of summer, but check out, we have at least a little beautiful color over.
Oh, that is
Belleville.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
So nice to see the skies clearing out a little bit from
Is Frank
that
there?
smoke.
You see Frank?
Yeah, it's a little early for Frank, but we'll be
Yeah.
watching.
Well, I'm sure he'll text you in a little bit. Let you know if he's awake.
It's his day on the lake.
Here's your out the door forecast. Kind of the three things you need to know to gear up for the day and beyond when it comes to your forecast. So isolated chances of rain this week, and it's going to be much like yesterday. So if you're thinking, what are you talking about, Ashley? I didn't get any rain yesterday. Well, that's kind of the point, because some folks had a flood advisory yesterday. So you get these little pockets that bubble up. They're a little popcorn shower, and it can bring a heavy downpour in a short amount of time. So similar setup today. More folks stay dry than see the wet weather, but we have those isolated chances. Now, the heat and humidity. That heat and the humidity together will be heavy heading into the weekend. So we're talking 90s in the forecast. So gear up for some nice pool days for the weekend, and then more rain in the forecast going into the early part of next week. Another live look outside where we have that sunrise. Now we do have some of that cloud cover out there, but we will get into the better activity throughout the morning. Now air quality is moderate because we still have that thin smoke layer to contend with. So right now, as you take a look at the map, you can see the yellow here. That indicates the moderate air quality when it comes to pollutants and all the way up to the UP. But what I do want to point out is check out that orange here. It's pretty isolated into the UP. That was far more widespread over the last few days. And so we are turning the corner in the right direction. It's just a slow progression. So the fire and smoke map shows that the smoke's a little thicker up north, but we do have that thin layer that's kind of hanging on tight here. If you're traveling to Southwest Michigan or Chicago, definitely clearer conditions. But here is the smoke forecast. So what's in Buffalo will kind of trickle up to the northwest. So we're on the edge of that, showing that we do get a little bit of smoke going into tomorrow, but it certainly won't be enough to deal with any kind of advisories. Temperatures. So 60s, low 70s, 61 in Ann Arbor, 71 at City Airport. So a 10-degree temperature differential. That's going to be the same temp in Metro Airport and Grosse Ile. So we'll say either side of 70 to start the morning, and we get into the mid-80s this afternoon. The official high at Metro yesterday was 85, so we'll be right back there. But those isolated chances are just that, and this is a good illustration. So we'll have those pop-up chances this afternoon, but check out just how spotty they were yesterday with our 24-hour rainfall totals. But in that short amount of time, it did dump about an inch over into Farmington Hills, Livonia, and off towards Howell was upward of an inch. So our model data not even really picking up anything widespread, but it does show you how that just kind of popcorn shower can develop in the afternoon and evening. And we're going to have that similar setup into Friday. Both days are picking up that 6 o'clock hour. I will say yesterday's model was the same, and we saw some of those showers coming down just after lunch. So widespread afternoon, evening event for some of that scattered activity. Muggy meter, tropical for the weekend. So those low 90s that you see here Saturday and Sunday are going to feel more like mid-90s, but we do have a better chance for widespread rain. By the time we get early next week, I don't think you see it as much Monday, but it'll be Tuesday and Wednesday that we have a chance for some showers and storms. So until we get there, it's going to be a hot one, staying right around 90, almost through the middle of next week.
With Exact Track 4D.
And the weather is cooperating nicely to be out on the waterfront, enjoying the tall ships as well.
Air quality is a lot better, right? You can breathe and not
One of our sky cams, I actually saw blue skies.
I know. If the folks at home could have heard Rhonda rejoicing. I see the blue sky.
I never looked out at the airport and I thought, where'd they go?
Yeah, it looks like if you look north, it's blue, and south still a little.
Exactly. So yeah, there's still some lingering pollutants out there with the smoke, but boy, it is a drastic improvement from where we've been, and we'll continue to trend in the right direction. And so just to get you out the door, we want to make sure you know what your headlines are weather-wise, and isolated rain chances kind of sticking in the forecast over the next couple days, at least to round out the work week. And so we will have those pop-up chances like yesterday, and it was very hit or miss depending on where you're at. If you got stuck in one of the isolated showers, it likely wasn't just a sprinkle, probably a heavy downpour. Then some folks didn't see anything yesterday. So that'll be the trend today and tomorrow. Weekend is drier, but boy, it's going to feel heavy because the humidity is building back in, air temperatures on the rise, and so almost to the level of being oppressive unless you're going to be enjoying some time on the water. More rain will be working its way in next week, and that's more of a widespread rain chance. So the air quality index, moderate. We were there yesterday, but we have seen improvement on the map here and there, and so we don't even have an area at this point that's unhealthy for sensitive groups. Earlier this morning, we did up in the UP, so you can start to see how it's pretty much improving hour by hour. Right now, there's still a little bit of that smoke layer, and so we will see that retreat. But our forecast for that smoke, we might get a little bit more building in coming out of the northeast before it really pushes to the north by the end of the day tomorrow. So air quality should not be too much of an issue heading into the weekend. Right now, as we take a live look at Metro Airport, it does look a little hazy in the sky, but visibility is fine at the surface. And so 70 degrees at Metro, 66 in Pontiac. Grosse Ile dropped its reporting site, but I can tell you all morning we've been sitting right around 70, 71 degrees in Grosse Ile, 63 in Port Huron, and pretty calm winds. So throughout the day today, warming up into the low 80s by 1 o'clock, and it'll be about that time onward that we have those isolated rain chances. So my best advice for you, if you're going to be out and about running errands, have activities with the kids, throw that umbrella in the car so it's nearby in case you get stuck in one of these showers that truly just bubbles up out of nowhere. But hopefully you won't even have to use it later on today. Those rainfall totals, just showing you this map more so to show you how incredibly spotty those downpours were yesterday, in which we picked up about an inch of rain in some of those really localized spots. And so that's what led to some flooding concerns, especially off towards Farmington Hills and Livonia. So you might get that spotty shower this afternoon. Models have consistently from yesterday to today and tomorrow put those spotty showers around 6. I don't buy into that as much. I think anytime after noon into the early evening will be the opportunity to see some of that development. But the muggy meter, near tropical heading into the weekend. And so if you're going to be outside, just note that those low 90s we're forecasting will feel about 5 degrees warmer with the humidity. The widespread rain chance arrives early next week, but at this point, we've taken it out of the Monday forecast and putting it more so late Tuesday into Wednesday. So we've shifted the timing just a little bit with that. And so we need that bigger rainmaker to cool us off a bit, because starting Saturday through the first half of next week, we will be flirting with either side of 90 degrees. It is August, Darnell.